I propose using $16.9 million of the remaining surplus to be spread evenly across the remaining 2 years of the multi-year budget to provide some tax relief.
Mayor Josh Morgan's proposal for spending last year's massive $58.8 million budget surplus would still offset provincially downloaded development charges and put over $25 million towards debt reduction, as recommended by staff. But the remaining $16.9 million would instead be divided over the next 2 years to reduce the upcoming property tax increase by almost 1 percentage point. Those one-time dollars would run out in 2028, potentially leaving an $8.45 million budget gap of ongoing expenses, unless equivalent savings are found by then.
It's smoothed across a 2-year time frame, and it gives us 2 years of runway to pursue further efficiencies and savings.
But Councillor Susan Stevenson reminded colleagues that just last fall, a similar motion to use one-time dollars for tax relief was flatly rejected.
I moved a motion the last afternoon of the Budget Committee about possibly taking, I can't remember the exact amount, from the Unfunded Liability Reserve Fund, and the response was practically panic.
During budget deliberations in November 2024, this was part of the mayor's response.
It would reduce the 2025 tax burden by 2%, but it was not a sustainable cut. It would go back up by an additional 2% in 2026. This is a very different situation. This surplus is massive and way bigger than last year. If it were smaller, I wouldn't be looking for tax relief.
The committee unanimously backed the mayor's proposal, but not before Stevenson suggested the changing perspective was motivated by politics.
I have a hard time just not saying, wow, like amazing, the change that can happen in 12 months. That has nothing to do with the size of the surplus.
No, I don't think taxpayers think getting some money back, paying down debt, and being responsible for our provincial obligations is politics. I think it's responsible government, and I'll continue to do that.
Council will make a final decision about the mayor's proposal for the budget surplus on May 13th. Daryl Newcombe, CTV News.